All right, how about Jayden Daniels in the Washington Commanders? What a performance, what a moment to go in to Detroit in what was an incredible atmosphere and to send those fans home sad. I feel horrible for the fans, but feel great for Commanders fans who are watching this team, what a run they are on right now. Let's talk about the many things that Daniels did right in this game. We'll mention real quick at the beginning of this video, I do have a movie channel. If you like watching movies, you want to hear me talk about movies, I have some movie reviews and stuff like that on that channel. Jackson Kruger Movies, link is in the description below. But yeah, let's talk some Jayden Daniels. Let's start off with this play. It's going to be a simple play, but honestly, these simple plays were just so effective for the Commanders, and it's kind of one of the key things to talk about. So it's a 3rd down and 10, and you're thinking, okay, 3rd down and 10, this is not an ideal situation. But they have a concept where they're going to have a receiver run a route just trying to clear out the area. You didn't have Jamison Williams running a route going more towards the sideline. And here's the thing with the Lions is they don't play good zone coverage. They, like to play man and blitz a lot, mostly due to that's just kind of the one thing they do okay. Obviously, they had so many defensive injuries and had another injury early on in this game, so they're trying to play some zone because of that injury they had early on. And here you're going to see Daniels takes the snap, and they just don't cover this at all. And Daniels, to his credit, reads the play really well, gets the ball over there. And to me, this is what we saw a lot, was really the Lions not playing great defense and the Commanders being able to take advantage of the not great defense, of reading the play and knowing how to operate. Like this play, for example, it's going to be a zone coverage play. So again, not what the Lions' specialty. And the Commanders have a concept designed to beat this, where they're also game planning around the Lions playing zone on top of this. So the Commanders are going to run play action, have a receiver run a deep shot, and another receiver run more over the middle. Watch as when Daniels takes the snap, he's going to look here, and again, you see the Lions just don't cover this. No one picks up this over the middle route. Like literally no one picked it up, which it's not that crazy of a concept. In fact, these are things you usually see when you're playing zone. But again, you have to keep in mind a lot of new players, a lot of players that don't know how to play with each other. If they had played a whole season together, they'd probably be better at this stuff. It's why you see a lot more blown coverages in week 2 than week 17. But again, watch this really good throw. Dyami Brown does a good job of picking up as many yards as he can. So it's both, right? It's not great defense, but also it's the Commanders just taking advantage. And in fact, I think there's a 4th down play that I thought was a better example of that. It's this one where it's going to be, so I believe this is the man coverage concept because that's what just about everybody is going to do. But watch Zach Ertz and watch the guy who's covering Zach Ertz on this play. You see how when this play begins, he kind of drops back, and I'm not sure if he was trying to just switch on Ertz and have somebody else cover him or what. But there essentially is nobody on Ertz right now. So, again, this is the bad defense by the Lions, right? But now let's flip to the good offense by the Commanders. Look at how quickly Daniels has read this play. You see he's in the throwing motion as of right now. I mean, that's just really impressive stuff. Daniels makes the throw, and on a 4th down and 3, again, this is just what really impresses you with a guy like Daniels, is a lot of young players in a road environment. And listen, he was in a road playoff game last week, but Tampa Bay, I say this as someone who was born and raised in the Tampa Bay area, a lot of transplants. There was a lot of Commanders fans at that game. This is all Lions fans. They're making noise. Daniels doesn't care. Nothing gets to him. Also, this play was a really impressive one where it's going to be it's a man coverage concept, and you have, once again, it's Dyami Brown running a deep shot right here. I'll be honest, I was kind of thinking when I saw him getting ready for a deep shot, maybe not the best idea in this spot. Like, watch, he takes the snap, he's going to fire down the field, and I'm thinking, like, okay, don't be greedy here. You're up 3 points. Let's not do anything stupid in this situation. And it's not really that open either, right? It's going to need to be a perfect throw. So while some of these were bad plays, watch it. This one's just a beautiful throw. Also, sorry, it was a little choppy there. Screen recording wasn't great there, but still, nonetheless, that's a great play by Jayden Daniels. So there were definitely some of those as well, for sure. Also, I gotta talk about this one. There's so many. I mean, legitimately, I had to cut like so many big plays because the first half, I was just kind of figuring out what videos I wanted to put in my video, and figure out what plays I wanted to put in my video, and I just couldn't figure it out because there were so many big plays. Gotta talk about this one though. So it's a weird concept in that this is essentially an all-out blitz for the Lions, and the Commanders are gonna run a wide receiver screen. watch as when Daniels takes the snap, quickly flips it to Terry McLaurin. I mean, you see right now it's Kirby Joseph's the only guy who really has a chance to tackle him right here. So, again, you're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to, take advantage of things. But the issue is anytime you try something, the Commanders have a counter to that, and there really is no answer right here. As you see, McLaurin ends up running by Kirby Joseph. Again, that's an all-pro safety that McLaurin just ran by and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. That's really good stuff, and that's when they were trailing. That put them up. So, they ended up scoring another touchdown immediately after on a pick six. But, yeah, I mean, that's really good stuff by the Commanders. And then the fourth down stuff is just so impressive. Like this one, so it's a 4th down and 2, and this is a huge play in the game. I mean, I know things got off the rails for the Lions in the fourth quarter, but here, Detroit's down just 3 points. If they get a stop here, I mean, like, it almost feel like they're winning given the way these offenses have played. So, huge play in the game. They're going to go for it because, of course, you don't want to be up 6, you want to be up 10. And as you see, it's just that fake handoff. And honestly, it wasn't even played horrible by Detroit, but you have to play it perfectly against Jayden Daniels. And I mean, it's not good enough. So they converted that one, and that was not the only 4th down. That wasn't even their first 4th down that I showed you in this video, let alone in the game. They also had this one later on where it's a 4th and 2. And again, 8.5 minutes left. You might be thinking, like, why even bother go for on 4th? Do you want to just kick the field goal? But I mean, why go up 3 here? You want to go up 17, right? It's all about scores at this point. With the way these offenses are playing, it feels like 3 points is nothing. You want the 7 right here. And as you see, Daniels, they're going to just drop back and pass. He's completely under pressure. It doesn't matter, despite the unblocked man, essentially. It was just an unblocked man on a miscommunication by the offensive line. Daniels still hangs in there and gets the completion. So it's just incredible stuff. And I mean, like, rookie quarterbacks aren't supposed to play this well. Regular quarterbacks aren't supposed to play this well. Like, he is already entering that echelon, I think, of, like, elite level quarterbacks. Like, in the fact that the NFC doesn't really have one of those guys, right? They have a lot of good quarterbacks, but, the top 4 are in the AFC, in my opinion, with Lamar, Allen, Burrow, and Mahomes. Well, the NFC might have a guy to have to deal with for the next 20 years because he's playing unbelievable. That's what I think about all this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from ya. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.